carols with boughs of holly.
Welcome to Pat and Kid at the Holidays 2018 edition. I'm Pat McDowell, the Uber critic.
You know, Pat?
Yes.
I'm drinking of a white Christmas.
Oh!
And if we run out of white, I'll drink red.
We have these.
I'm Ken Candela, the movie wag.
Yes, and we have the beautiful.
The meal.
Yes.
Before us, which
brilliantly done.
We'll be taking.
We'll be taking sips between the shows this year. Apparently, Carrie Nation has come into the segment here. Second film this year is we're looking at a version of Charles Dickens' immortal A Christmas Carol, and we found another one. This is called A Diva's Christmas Carol. Ken, what is the background of A Diva's Christmas Carol?
Well, it stars Vanessa Williams.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically the story of a singer who was part of a three-girl.
Like a 90s group, right. Sort of a Destiny's Child.
Exactly.
Yes.
Right. Who eventually breaks off on her own for a solo career. And the movie follows suit. Her name is Ebony Scrooge.
Ebony Scrooge.
And her tour manager is Bob Cratchit.
Yeah, they didn't even change the name.
No. And it's basically a Christmas Carol. That's
what does Bob Cratchit's Tiny Tim have? What kind of disease?
He has a disease, but they never actually tell us what it is.
He's just sick.
The Ebony Scrooge character is very demanding. She's a diva.
You know, you don't actually have to dump that toxic waste down my throat to make it look like it's snowing in here. Perhaps they didn't teach you that at the Academy de la Minimum Wage.
Je ne comprends pas, là.
She's when she's on stage, she shines, but when she's off, she's abusive to her tour manager, her staff, her niece.
I just didn't think she had the personality to pull the diva thing off. I thought that was the most awkward part of it. She didn't seem like a diva.
Well, I thought she seemed like a diva. I think part of the issue I had with the story, because again, it's the same story you've seen 100 times. It's a Christmas Carol. She's visited by spirits. Now, the spirit of Christmas past was Kathy Griffith.
Kathy Griffith, who looked like she had been drugged.
Let me guess. You're the first spirit? Was it the dress?
She has none of the Kathy Griffith. Maybe her shtick hadn't been established yet. She was just coming off Suddenly Susan or whatever the hell that show was.
Girls got to eat, Pat.
Yeah, I guess.
Right?
Man.
Girls got to eat.
I mean, she has one funny line.
Right.
Already she's starting. Gucci. Not bad.
I got it free. Last year I had to show Tom Ford all his past Christmases.
I mean, one funny line.
And the ghost of Christmas Present was actually a member of Duran Duran.
Are you kidding me?
No, if you go back, I don't know his last name is
Jack Taylor, right? Or Taylor?
Taylor. The last name is Taylor. But he almost plays kind of an Ozzy Osbourne character.
Yeah, he's playing like a rocker.
Right.
Who the hell are you?
Oh, hello. Fancy a drink?
Again, I thought that was clever. I mean, there are parts of it where it's really clever, and parts of it, I think the acting is off.
Well, I think the main thing that was missing for me is she did lack some emotion. Even when she found out that her tour manager's son was sick, and she sees that he's sick and getting worse, she's like,
I had no idea Tim was so sick.
You had no idea his name was Tim.
I didn't even know his son was sick.
Right. Well, all the exposition in it was just awkward. Everything. The tour manager was bad too, and we don't know.
Well, the fact that he was tortured whether or not he should go back and be with his dying son or go out on the road with her. I mean, what's there to debate?
Exactly.
Come on, Kel, it's just one night.
And how many do we have left?
Wish to God I was there.
Then get on a damn plane and come here.
I just gotta get Ebony through the concert tomorrow and then...
Oh, to hell with Ebony!
The ghost of Christmas Yet to Come That was interesting
clever.
because it wasn't
Clever.
a spirit. She basically finds out how her life ends up through a series of
the VHS behind the scenes.
Exactly.
So many were saddened to hear of Ebony's death, from fans to stars, including one of the top artists in the music business.
I'll never forget how it all went down. I'd heard that Ebony was recording a song of mine, and I was thrilled. Her albums always shipped gold, minimum. And then I heard that she died, and I was crushed.
Back on TV.
So I thought that was pretty interesting too.
All right, you know, I mean, again,
you're softening a little bit.
I told you there were some parts that were okay and some parts that were just like overall, I just thought the thing just didn't quite gel.
So
yeah, they had to push a lot of stuff. You know, the whole Christmas Day concert that turns out to be a charity scam. Well, I mean, they blame it on the accountant, but whatever. I'm blaming it on the diva. The woman who played Marley, who was part of her Destiny's Child group, who died in an automobile accident in 1990. I saw her at the end, when she's reuniting with the second member of Destiny's Child, and she's sitting there, and then she fades away. I was like, hey.
Well, I'll give you this. It's certainly not a Muppet Christmas Carol.
A Diva's Christmas Carol. Ken, your Christmas bells for a Diva's Christmas Carol.
I'll give it 2 bells, 2 holiday bells.
Woo! Well, Well,
I liked it, but I mean, I wouldn't tell people they have to rush out and see it. If you've watched every other Christmas Carol,
I'm the one that slammed it, and I'm going to give it 2.5 bells. I'm going to at least recommend it.
I thought you were going to give it less bells.
From the year 2000, pre 9/11, folks, a Diva's Christmas Carol. In our next segment, Ken, we're going to look at a real 1960s thing, Ken. This is our TV segment, and we're going back to those old variety shows that they used to do, and specifically...
And they did them so well.
They did. And specifically the Dean Martin Show. Yeah, everybody loves somebody sometime. Dean, we're going to look at the Dean Martin Christmas Show from 1967, which featured Dean Martin's family and Frank Sinatra's family. Ring-a-ding-ding, Ken.
Absolutely. That's next on Pat and Ken at the holidays.
Ring-a-ding-ding.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Last year I had to show Tom Ford all his past Christmases.